He makes a great point. Teofimo Lopez, whenever he has been the underdog, it's been 2 fights.
Right.
He has fought the best fights of his career. And is the Shakur who beat Zepeda just now good enough to beat the Teo who beat Lomachenko, right? Or does Shakur need to find another gear to beat that
That's
Teo?
the thing. It's going to be a chess match. It has to be a chess match. They both are smart fighters. They're both great fighters. They both are proven fighters. They have a great resume in front of them. So we're going to find out who has the goods.
And with Shakur Stevenson being defensive-minded first, Teofimo Lopez can feint, and Shakur Stevenson is going to naturally take that full step to half step back, shrinking his real estate. I think Teofimo Lopez can keep feinting him into position where he wants him. And Teofimo Lopez can then strike with combinations, with great power, with his accuracy, his boxing ability, his punch selection, and his IQ.
Max Kellerman is raising serious concerns, and his latest breakdown has boxing fans buzzing. While many people see Shakur Stevenson as untouchable because of his defense, Kellerman explains why that image could soon be tested. He's not just saying this is a hard fight. He believes this matchup is dangerous for Shakur from a strategic point of view. According to Max, Shakur isn't just facing another elite boxer, he's stepping into a style that could cause real problems. This isn't hype. It's a warning. And if Kellerman is right, this fight could turn into one of the biggest surprises we've seen in years.
Doing great, man.
In the face-off, what did you see in his eyes when you looked at him? All that talk, but what did you see in the eyes? The eyes don't lie.
Yeah, you know, he knows he's in there. He's in there with Teofimo. But we'll see more when we get to fight week.
Talk to me about this fight. Were there any concessions you have to make, any stipulations that are of interest? Is there a rematch clause in this?
No rematch clause. We risk it all the time. No need for a rematch clause.
Gordo, talk to us a little bit about what this fight means to you and your legacy.
Oh my goodness, man, this thing means everything to me. This is just another fighter, another column into my own pedigree, to my own style. This is what it is, you know, and what better way than here at Madison Square Garden. This will be number 10 fighting here in the Mecca. This will be number 5 in the big room. So I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. And nevertheless, man, I want more. Let's see who we get after this. We just got to keep it going, man. We're not even in our prime yet.
The issue, according to Kellerman, is something most fans miss. Shakur is amazing at controlling distance, but Teofimo Lopez brings physical tools and technical skills that can balance the fight. Max compares it to Roy Jones Jr. using movement and angles to confuse great defenders like James Toney. Jones didn't just punch. He stepped into angles that didn't seem possible. Teofimo shows flashes of that same ability. He doesn't only move forward. He moves around opponents, creating unexpected angles that can disrupt a counter-puncher like Shakur. Since both fighters prefer to counter, someone will eventually have to take the lead. If Teofimo does, his unusual footwork could bother Shakur more than normal pressure ever would.
So anyway, technical fight. Let's see what Shakur is going to show up. I hope it's the Shakur that fought William Zepeda, you know, but we're ready for anything. You know, Teofimo Lopez brings excitement to the sport. Every time he comes to fight, he comes to fight. So you already know what he does. You know, Madison Square Garden, he's the best when he's the underdog. And, you know, just to put it out there, we never lost to any southpaw in his whole career. And I'm talking about the amateurs, over 200 fights. We never lost to southpaw. This guy's not going to be the number one.
There's also a tense side to this matchup that's been showing up during the 2026 press events. In one viral moment, Teofimo made a controversial comment, suggesting that fighting Shakur the usual way is extremely difficult. Max Kellerman laughed it off, but the comment highlights how frustrating Shakur's style can be for opponents. At the same time, analysts like Antonio Tarver believe there may still be a tactical opening.
Man, it's going to be a super fight. I think for the winner goes the spoils. You know what I mean? They're going to get up on that pound for pound list. But how they get there, I don't know, bro. We got the technical fighter against a real unpredictable fighter like Teofimo Lopez. The kid got good footwork in and out, and he like to jump in with them right hands and hooks. And, you know, that's how he get his guy on balance. But Shakur Stevenson, man, if he lead with that jab and control him, it's gonna be a hell of a fight. I can see the boxer outboxing Teofimo all night, and I can see Teofimo counter-punching with a lot of success. So it's whoever really force their style and force their game on the other guy. But it's gonna be a hell of a fight, no matter what.
Who you got winning?
Smart money on the boxer. But anything can happen when, you get two guys that talented and with everything at stake. So, sometimes greatness rise to the occasion.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy? I gotta get him.
Hey, man, you know what? If it goes under the distance, I think Teo have landed something crazy. And if it goes to decision, I think, Shakur Stevenson had his way.
Tarver explained that if Shakur is forced backward or kept near the ropes, Teofimo's fast combinations could become a serious threat. It's not about landing one huge punch. It's about speed, volume, and pressure at close range, an area where Shakur hasn't often been tested against someone this explosive.
I think Shakur, of course, is the better technical fighter. I think Teo is very athletic, very explosive, got good pop. It's a tough one to pick. I think this fight, they're both going to bring the best out of each other because Shakur got to be on point. But Teo know with Shakur, he got to be on point. But if I had to pick, a gun to my head, I had to pick. Because Teo fights to the level of his competition. Like they may look and say he lost the game. Okay, he did lose the Gamboses. But I don't know. But sometimes I ain't think he had a chance in the world of beating Lomachenko. But he proved me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Josh Taylor, he crushed Josh, the way he beat Josh Taylor. So Teo fights to the level of the way he's been looking lately. Me personally, I don't like it the way he's been looking lately. But you can never count Teo out because he fights the level of his competition. So you can never count him out. But Shakur is tough to deal with. Shakur is sharp, man. He's tough to deal with. Very good technically. If he just lets his hands go a little more, it's gonna be. I just can't wait to see it. This is one of them fights. I'm gonna be sitting on the edge of my seat. I just can't wait to see it. I can't wait. Can't get here fast enough. But both guys are phenomenal. I just can't wait to see it.
Do you think it'll be a good fight? Some people say it's not going to be a good fight, but I think it's going to be curious. It'll be. I think it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a great fight, especially if Shakur turn it up. If he turn up the heat, it's going to be a great fight.
Some of the talk around this fight is focused on rough inside tactics, which Teofimo has mentioned in interviews. These discussions are controversial, but they mainly show how hard it is to break Shakur's rhythm and timing.
Game. And what this speaks to, and this is a boxing show, boxing is fundamentally exploitative. I get this as a fan. It's a guilty pleasure. I get it, right? And usually it's fans and networks exploiting fighters, right? We say, we want to see you in blood and guts fights, which risks their health for the rest of their life to entertain us. And Floyd flipped the script. He said, no. Instead of fans and networks exploiting me, I'm going to exploit the fans and networks, right? But Ryan's right. It's not good for the fans. It's good for the fighter. It's just not good for the fans.
I just, knowing everybody, all the 50 opponents you put in front of me, other than Conor McGregor, I beat them all. All of them.
He beat Conor.
No, but I'm just saying, because I don't think he's a real fighter. And it's and you can say when you fought him or when you didn't fight him, when we did fight, you lost.
Hey, Jose Luis Castillo, that first fight.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, but the fact that Pacquiao could even compete, Floyd will tell you, that's a tough fight.
Yeah.
The fact that Pacquiao, at his size, one day could compete with Floyd like that.
Right.
I can't
That's
put Floyd
that's special. That is
Any
special.
other beef on there? You mentioned Andre Ward.
I think maybe Marquez could be a little higher. I wouldn't mind.
It's 50-50. In order for you to participate in this sport, you gotta have a high level of confidence. I feel like both of them has a high level of confidence. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, but styles make fights. Naturally, I think Teofimo Lopez is stronger than Shakur. Naturally, I think he has more athleticism than Shakur. And he got a good IQ on the sport itself. But Shakur, I feel like he's a more smarter fighter. He's a more technical fighter. I'm not saying that he's a square or he's just a textbook fighter, but he's seasoned, he's poised. I feel like mentally he's more mature. Like he don't go outside of the boundaries on taking risks. So a lot of times you will see him fight somebody that could be stiff competition, and it'll wind up being a born fight to a degree. You know, that's why everybody was criticizing him for, oh, he's a born fighter. He's a careful fighter. And I feel like with Teofimo Lopez, he's going to be a careful fighter. You know, just because he's a careful fighter doesn't mean that he isn't punctual with how he do things. I think Shakur, he got a lot of this arsenal that he can use to make him be victorious as well as Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So it's a 50-50 fight, and it depends on what fighters show up the night of the fight. Right. You know? But if I had to give you my whole honest truth, if Teofimo Lopez show up and is ready to fight just like how he fought Loma Chico, he'll win.